As conflict flared over the past week between Israelis and Palestinians in the Middle East, international calls for pro-Palestine marches sparked demonstrations throughout the United States this weekend. Protesters gathered in Tampa, Florida on Friday, largely defending the actions of Hamas as a result of history.
I'm here to say that resistance is justified when people are occupied. And we saw last weekend the only recourse that Palestinians have left, which is armed resistance. And again, that is their right under international law to resist an illegal occupation. They have the right to armed resistance. And to ascribe the deaths and the tragedy of what has happened, because we do not want this to happen. This is a result of the Israeli occupation. This is a result of the last 75 years of Israeli policies. If Israel lifted the occupation, if it ended the apartheid, and if it allowed Palestinians the right to return, they would never have to worry about this ever again. That's the truth.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
This week, President Biden just approved another $8 billion. We hold you, elected officials, responsible and accountable for these atrocities. We hold you accountable for your support of the occupation and your unbalanced rhetoric that is leading to an increase in hate crimes against Palestinians and Muslims abroad and here locally and nationally in the United States.
The Palestinian people are not terrorists, they are freedom fighters, not backing down to the continuous repression from Israel. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free! From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
From the river to the sea!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
Palestine will be free!
On Saturday, thousands gathered to march in Washington, D.C., accusing President Biden of being complicit in human rights violations.
Biden, Biden, you can't hide!
Biden, Biden, you can't hide!
We charge you with genocide!
We charge you with genocide!
We charge you with genocide!
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
1, 2, 3, 4!
1, 2, 3, 4!
Occupation no more!
Occupation no more!
5, 6, 7, 8!
5, 6, 7, 8!
That's how we will liberate!
That's how we will liberate!
End the siege on Gaza now!
End the siege on Gaza now!
Not another nickel, not another dime!
Not another nickel, not another dime!
No more money for Israel's crime!
No more money for Israel's crime!
Their group similarly emphasized the view that Israel's policies over the past 75 years led to the recent flare-up in violence.
Make no mistake, what happened on October 7th was not the beginning of the escalation you're seeing in the news. It was a response to 75 years of settler colonialism. A response to the 16-year-long besiegement of the Gaza Strip. It was a response to decades of dehumanization, dispossession, displacement, and violence. Do not make the mistake of equating the violence of the colonizer with the resistance of the occupied.
Those who support the ethnic cleansing and colonization of Palestine have the blood of Palestinians, including innocent children, on their hands. But Zionist attempts at collectively punishing our people will surely fail. Our victory is promised. Glory to our martyrs, our heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice so that Palestine could be free from the river to the sea. The Quran tells us never to think of those martyred in the cause of Allah as dead. In fact, they are alive with their Lord, well provided for, rejoicing in Allah's bounties and being delighted for those yet to come.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, the occupation's got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, the occupation's got to go. Hey, hey.
While explicitly venerating the actions of Hamas, the Washington, D.C. march faced no visible opposition.
Free the land! Free the people! Free the land! Justice is our demand! Justice is our demand!
At the same time on Saturday, pro-Palestine demonstrators gathered around the Israeli consulate in LA.
Israel! Israel! What do you say? Israel! Israel! What do you say? How many kids have you killed today? How many kids have you killed today?
Despite the propaganda, there is no amount of collective punishment by the Zionist regime and its imperialist allies that will bend or break the will of the Palestinian people.
That's right.
We are here today because of the courageous Palestinians in Gaza who deserve to live a dignified life, who deserve the right to return to their ancestral homeland.
Before they began to march, things became briefly tense as an Israel supporter ventured into the crowd. Ultimately, event marshals and police escorted him out. The Palestinian march proceeded through the streets of LA until, upon exiting a tunnel, Israel supporters stood opposed to them, armed with pepper spray. Ultimately, the men wearing the Israeli flag on their back and patches on their plate carriers maced the crowd, including journalists such as News to Share's Jake Green. While street activism has turned out a significant pro-Palestine presence throughout the United States, political willpower seems to be pushing in virtually the opposite direction. As President Biden pledges his full support for Israel, the most critical voices in power came from the most progressive wing of his own party, calling for ceasefire. Ford Fisher, News to Share, with additional footage by Mohammed El Saif, Jake Lee Green, and David Decker for Activism Uncensored, a collaboration with The Racket.